Hey guys, Rob here at Tactical Hyve. Today we're going to be talking about some different gear setups, things that I've used in the past, things that I use still today on the range. We'll start top to bottom and we'll talk about helmets. Over the years, there's been a big progression of helmets. This one is the Cry airframe. I like this one because it's rated pretty high for shock. It's also vented, which helps redirect blast exposure and helps guys like us kind of avoid certain TBI related things over time. Got our nods mount. I like to run my comms on the helmet. I was a comms guy in the platoon, and if you're the comms guy in the platoon, comms is your job. So you're kind of always listening. And the counter argument for comms on your helmet is you take your helmet off, now you don't have comms. Well, operationally, quite frankly, very rarely are you ever taking your helmet off. I use this big strobe. I like this one. It's got a IR shield on it. You can pop it on, pop it off. You can go white light. You can close it up so all the boys on nods can see you. It's got a big handle, hard to miss when you have gloves on, when it's at night. If you're doing military free fall operations and you're under canopy, these are all really good things to have. And this one has stood the test of time. Basic nods mount here, lanyard, and I like this camo netting. Just gives me some opportunities to lanyard other kind of chem lights and things like that on my helmet. Moving on to kit. Now, there's an equation that I like to use when I'm talking about gear and gear selection. The mission plus your role in the mission equals your gear requirements. We're always doing something different. No two ops are the same. As you get more experienced, you'll have a couple different gear templates where you'll gravitate towards depending on the nature of the mission, but you're almost always changing up a pouch or two here and there depending on what your role is in the op. So this is a generic kit setup that I like to use. This is a pretty light and fast assault kit. I've got my mags up front. I have cummerbund pouch here with dual comms radio pouches kept on the inside. That just makes it a little bit more streamlined, and I think that's always a good way to operate. Tourniquets readily available. Typically I'll have two. Just depends on, again, what I'm doing, where I'm going to place these tourniquets, but for demonstration purposes, you always want to be able to access your tourniquets with both hands. This is a dump pouch, pretty versatile. You can keep all kinds of random things in here, whether it be breaching equipment, my shooter, or just a bottle of water, anything like that. Little snacks. Breacher quiver, I can keep 2 charges back here, and if I need more than that, I can snag one off my buddy's back. So that's kind of a generic assault type kit. And again, depending on the operation, I might have a couple frag pouches on there, a couple crash pouches, things like that. Signal panel, always a good thing to have if you're operating in a more of an open terrain environment. It's a good way to mark and identify your position with other friendly forces or assets in the area, to include aircraft. Really easy to see that from a helo. Multi-tool pouch, frag pouch, crash or smoke pouches. These are all things that I might have on my kit in any given place, just depending on the op and what I'm doing. Belts. Over the years, I gravitated towards a belt. I've found that the way that I like to operate, I'm very minimal up top, and it's just easier for me to keep this stuff on my waist. I can toss the belt to a buddy. I can take it off if I have to climb over a wall or something like that. I just want to be as slick and as versatile as possible. Somebody can then pass this back to me. Again, really simple pistol mags, rifle mag, blowout kit. And if we were doing a HR, for example, I could add on my crashes and things like that. That pretty much covers our gear segment for today. Like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments on the video, go ahead and leave it at the bottom. See you next time.